Hello! In this video, I'll show you exactly what the risk-to-reward ratio is, how it works, and why it's one of the most important concepts in trading. Now let's discuss the risk-to-reward ratio of 1-to-1. If the risk is 2% of the deposit, for example, $10,000, then after a losing trade, our account balance would be $9,800. If the trade ends with the planned take profit, our deposit, meaning our account balance, would be $10,200. It's easy to calculate that with a 1-to-1 risk-to-reward setup, our trading accuracy must be at least 51% in order not to lose the deposit and to actually make a profit. Next, let's take a look at the risk-to-reward ratio of 1-to-2. If our risk is 2% of the total deposit, which is $10,000, then in the case of a losing trade, our account balance will also be $9,800. But if the trade ends with the planned take profit, then our deposit, meaning our account balance, will be $10,400. It's easy to calculate that in such trading, with a 1-to-2 risk-to-reward ratio, our success rate needs to be about 40% in order for us not to lose our deposit and to make a profit. Now let's see what it looks like with a risk-to-reward ratio of 1-to-3. If our risk is 2% of our deposit, which is $10,000, then in the case of a losing trade, our account will be reduced to $9,800. If the trade ends with the planned take profit, our deposit, meaning the account balance, will increase to $10,600. It's easy to calculate that in this case, our win rate with a 1-to-3 risk-to-reward strategy only needs to be around 30% in order for us not to lose our deposit and to remain profitable. What becomes clear is that the higher the reward-to-risk ratio, the lower the required win rate, and profits will grow, which we'll see reflected in the growth of our deposit and account balance. To sum up the risk-to-reward ratio, by now, you've surely noticed that the higher the risk-to-reward ratio, the better it is for the person executing the trade. Stop losses during trading are simply part of this business. There's no such thing as 100% accuracy, which is why it's so important to define what percentage of your capital you're willing to risk before entering a trade, and to accept that loss if it happens. Trading is all about calculating risk versus reward. If this is well planned, we can trade according to a strategy and generate profits. The grow-up strategies are designed to maximize this ratio in favor of the trader using them. The stop loss is defined according to the chosen strategy, which tells us its size in pips. For example, the stop loss might be 20 pips or 35 pips, and so on. We need to know this value in pips because we'll use it in further calculations to ensure the trade is both profitable and effective. We've now thoroughly discussed the take profit and risk-to-reward ratio. That's it for this video. See you next time. Follow us on social media. Thank you.